Lakers driven by your Southern California Honda dealers, Chris McGee, James Worthy, Derek Fisher, Mike Bresnahan, pouting outside, but he will be here. His Steelers are absolutely getting rolled. Allie Clifton, Mike Trudell will be handling the post-game interviews. Guys, what a game for the Lakers. Everyone scored 120 points. They dominated from the opening tip. We've wanted fast starts. We got it, James. And defensively, best game of the year. 21 Rocket turnovers, 13 steals, 9 blocks. I don't know where you want to start, but what an all-around game for the Lakers.
Yeah, it was pretty much a complete game. Started out a little sluggish, turned the ball over in the first half, but this is what it feels like when you're building something. And I think the guys are enjoying playing together. You see the communication. You see them really enjoying playing the game. But defensively, what they were able to do on the fast break, I don't know, 32 points, I think, on the fast break.
That's another good one, yep.
Capitalizing on every turnover. And I just think their defense is just outstanding. I know we talk about their offense, AD, and what they were able to do, but everything that Houston threw at them, when they had a little comeback, the Lakers took a timeout, and that's what I like about them. They're able to recognize where they are. Game was down to about 9 or 10 points, then they just turned it on again. Collectively, steals, fast breaks, open shots. They just played a good game.
Yeah, 10 games in going into tonight, 7-3. In the pregame, we showed an interview where LeBron talked about, I give the team, B+, B. We're doing some good things, but I see an opportunity for us to continue to get better, and we see it as a team. And I feel like they turned the page from 10 games. All right, let's put that in the rearview mirror. This next, 5-10 game set, let's start to set some new standards. Let's create some new habits. Let's start to raise our level of engagement and really start to put our stamp on what kind of team we can be this season.
I like the way you said that, level of engagement. They were off to some slow starts, kind of waiting to the fourth quarter to flip the switch. People questioning the defense a little bit in the shot blocking. They completely changed the narrative tonight. 27 points on just 12 shots for AD. He's speaking with Mike Trudell. He's not there yet. We'll go there in a second. 54 bench points, James.
That's always been a nice asset for the Lakers. They started last year. The bench came in and produced. And this year, I think, when the starting 5 goes out, they're not really missing anything. In fact, when that second group comes in, things go upward with Montrez going in the paint, shooter, Kuz is hitting big shots. I just really think their bench is second to none. And, they're kind of compatible to a starting team when they put them in there.
Fish, I'm going to jump in because he is ready now. 27 points on just 12 shots for AD. He's speaking with Mike Trudell.
All right, Anthony Davis. So the last time we heard from you after the Spurs game, you voiced your displeasure about the defensive effort overall and said that you wanted more. Obviously, you didn't get a chance to play in the Bulls game, but it seemed like you really had that going early in this one, AD. Was that important to you to set that tone and try to use leadership in that fashion?
Obviously. We got to be able to be a team who leads defensively. Tonight we made shots, but, every night we're not going to be able to make shots. We can't control that. And, like I said over and over, what we can control is how we play defense, our energy and effort, and that's what we want to do tonight. I came out with emphasis of being aggressive on the defensive end, and it kind of trickled down to everybody, getting blocks. Taylor had 4 steals tonight. Trez had some blocks, Bron. So everybody, was just on point defensively. Our communication was at a high level, and Coach came in at halftime and told us that our defensive effort was off the charts tonight. Holding a team like that, I think they had 46 points at the half. A team who could score. And, we were just flying around and being who we are and seeing who we can be defensively.
Yeah, 13 steals and 8 blocks, and you mentioned it. It started early with you coming in and protecting the rim. On the other side of the floor, AD, you guys also seem to have taken a step up in efficiency. What are you seeing offensively, and how much can that continue to feed off what you're doing on defense?
Yeah, we're constantly learning each other. There's not that much practice time, so we're practicing in games. Trying to figure out how we can play with each other, and we figured it out a little bit tonight. Dennis, for sure, getting to his spots, making the reads. Myself, being able to make some free throws tonight where I've been pretty terrible at the line. And finding my spots, Bron, Kuz, Mark, Trez, everybody's been tailing. KCP first game back. Guys are just finding their rhythm and getting it back going. So it was good to see the ball go through the rim for sure tonight, and we just got to keep it going. Knowing that this team is a team who can score, at a high level and very quickly. So it's going to be a tough one Tuesday as well.
Yeah, so you're going to see them again. It's the third time. You had San Antonio twice. You had Memphis twice. You get Boogie back again. There were a couple things he was involved in tonight. Your Kentucky guy there. What did you see there, and how do you think that transfers over to Tuesday's matchup?
Two teams want to battle. We battled in a bubble for a playoff series, and anytime you knock a team out, they want to come in and win. And we take pride in winning on the road. And then, with Boogie, being here last year, first off, it's great to see him back on the floor playing well. For the minutes he did play tonight before the ejection, but a lot of guys are on this side is happy to see him back on the floor and doing what he loves to do. But it's always good going against a former Kentucky guy, him, John, and then some other guys over there that I also play alongside with. EJ, well, we call him EJ, but Eric Gordon, C. Wood, all those guys that we're able to. I had a chance to play alongside and are really close with. So that was fun. But it's going to be another matchup Tuesday. Boogie coming back. We get Marquise back. Two guys got ejected, and then them wanted to beat us, and we want to be perfect on the road. So I'm pretty sure Tuesday will be a very interesting game.
All right, AD plus 29 tonight. Not too bad. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Christian Wood for the Houston Rockets said he had this game circled. Anthony Davis knows all his moves. He was very excited to go up against AD. Well, AD had it circled as well. He let everyone know that I did not play in the Bulls game. I am rested and I am ready. And guys, he had almost a perfect game, if I can steal a baseball term, going. He was 8 for 8 at one point, James Fish. He finished with 27 points, 9 of 12, 6 of 7 in the paint, and shoot well from the free throw line again, 9 for 10. Oh, he had 3 blocks too.
Yeah, he really asserted himself right away in this basketball game. It looked fluid. He didn't look to be forcing plays, but he definitely was aggressive to get his offensive rhythm going. But the way they defended to start the game, even though that first quarter was sloppy, I thought their offensive game really came from playing really active defense, hands in the passing lane. AD got a lot of contests and leak-outs for dunks on the other end.
I'm just thinking how beneficial, this scheduling might be for AD and LeBron if they're able to rest a game like this and then come back. They had a short turnaround, 71 days. It's going to be, tough playing these cities, being there for 4 days back-to-back. So I thought it was a cool move to rest him in the Bulls game and then for him to come back super fresh. And I wonder if that's something they might be, looking forward to and use throughout the season.
And if you think about it, James, we haven't even got a chance to talk about THT yet, who I can't wait to talk about. But that's the thing. You were missing 2 bench guys in Wes Matthews and Markieff Morris, and your bench still goes for 54 points. You can have AD sit out a game if he's got the adductor strain, and they're able to fill in, and that's the sign of a great team. Guess what, by the way?
Who we got?
LeBron James is ready to speak. He's with Mike in the media.
Hey, LeBron, what did you notice early, specifically with AD on the defensive end? Any evolution from what we've seen in the first couple weeks?
No, just AD being AD, and just having it back in the lineup just gives us a whole another dynamic, both offensively and defensively, obviously, and it's a good start to the road trip.
How different is this matchup with the guys that are in and out from the Western Conference semis? Is that just kind of over and done with, and it's a new team, new game, and when you play Houston?
Well, one thing about it, when you play Houston, you got to be ready for that monster in James Harden, no matter what, no matter who's in the lineup for them, no matter what their personnel is, you got to be ready for him because he's capable of beating you all by himself. So, we had that mindset and seeing the health of John Wall back to his speedy self and his work. So, we just came in with a defensive mindset to get stops and get out and do what we do on the offensive end, and we was able to do that on both sides.
Dave?